Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Haikyuu to the Top on episode 19, or you got Haikyuu to the Top season 2 or second core on episode 6. Now this episode right here shows a lot more about Inarizaki and how much they should not be undermined of what they are, even when they seem to have both advantages off and on the court. They have some players that usually like them show them why. And I'm pretty sure you guys might be asking me, okay, what the heck are you even talking about, man? You're making me confused here. I'll get to that just a moment. Off the court, the cheering squad has always been the number one source of mental disability or mental distractions. But that aside, let's just get to start. Sorry for being a little off here and there. Anyways, the episode begins off with Miya Atsumu. We all know he is a dual wielder when it comes to using jump floaters or freaking or that other serve, etc. Of course, he's been using jump floaters a lot lately against Nishinoya, and we all know Nishinoya. He is their guardian deity, Krasno's guardian deity, And we all know how powerful he is when it comes to defensive measures. But when it comes to him trying to get jump float serves, he really sucks at that very, very badly. And it shows that it happened to him twice in this episode, And even though Nishinoya managed to get him the third time, it was pretty weak. And of course, they almost could have scored, but we get to see Rintaro. In the first 10 minutes, we get to see what Rintaro usually does, Apparently, he will have the blockers thinking he'll be doing this, but he actually is doing that. And I know what I'm saying is confusing, but the way how it's explained is somehow he turns his entire upper body to hit the ball or something, I mean, it may seem confusing what I'm trying to say right now, but it's when he seemed like he was about to get blocked by Suki right now, he ends up somehow turning his body like this or something, kaboom, And he didn't stand out too much when it came to the first set. The only thing what stood him out was his fast reflexes and fast movement of blocking. We all know that. But eventually we get to see his offensive plays when he starts to make his spikes, Like I said, the guy in the episode on Inarizaki explains Rintaro takes a while to warm up, but when he starts to make his spikes or his offensive attacks, he somehow uses his whole entire upper body to move at a certain angle or something, this or something, and then just whacks it down, Like how certain spikes will only have a certain amount of movement, he will use his entire body somehow to help him move the spikes here and there, etc. I know what I'm saying is really confusing, but if you guys watch the episode, you'll get the idea. Anyways, when it came to Miya Atsumu doing another jump floater serve, he messed that up and went out, so they cut him off right there, or should I say, he cut himself off right there after Nishinoya realized it was going to go out, Eventually, throughout the episode, Inarizaki will still continue to be ahead. Will be ahead of the game still. They'll be at least 10 points ahead. When it came to the at least beginning of the second half of the episode, they'd be ahead by 10 points, 19-9 or something at most. But another strategy that Krasno would do is try to annoy the heck out of Aran Ojiro. Aran, the guy, he's known to be the ace for Inarizaki. That trying to get him to mess up his performance so they could have the advantage, despite Inarizaki being a little ahead of themselves, And we also get to see that it starts to work out a bit, I mean, he ends up getting blocked or he messes up the attack, but there'll be one scene where he will make the attack and then it'll come back to him and then he'll make the attack again, I know what I said is confusing, but if you watch the episode, you get the idea. That aside, we get to see that Inarizaki's cheering squad is very critical in the players' performances. We get to see one of Inarizaki's pinch server. He ends up making the ball to the court, but apparently he couldn't receive the ball, and apparently everybody like boos him down, saying, "Hey man, why the hell are you on the court? I mean, they let you, you're doing a pin server, but you gave him the ball. No one asked you to do that. You know what the hell's wrong with you?" kind of thing. So that shows another side of Inarazaki's cheer squad. Despite them doing the best to like disrupt the performance of like their opponent, they also critique their own, you know, because of other things. And we get to see their number one, you know, critiquing the guy, say, "Hey, look, we don't need some player on the court if he just gets the ball over there. I don't care if we're in the lead or not. This is not something you should be doing, you know?" So this shows that the number one, even though he's not playing, he knows what's up. Not to mention we have yet to actually see what he's truly capable of, you know? That is yet to be shown. But that aside, we have to it that, like, Kageyama will make a powerful, nice serve, you know? And it was like almost at the corner of the court or almost out of bounds, but it was at least inside, you know? That's how improving of Kageyama's serves are, you know, right now for the time being. And we get to see that Inarizaki was trying to cut off from his performance, but that did not deter him at all, you know? And eventually, we have to it that I think towards the end is like Aran will like make a devastating out, you know, because of what they're doing to him, you know. Like when it came to this episode, it shows a lot about how much mental fortitude or how much composure you need to put yourself in. Otherwise, you do a lot of mess ups, and that is shown a lot in this episode. What happened to Ojiro Aran of Inarizaki did, you know? I mean, they were pressuring him. They were annoying him. They were doing whatever they can to, like, mess up his performance, etc. Saying, like, if we can't, like, break his mental will, then we'll have to try to, like, annoy him and get him to be aggressive, you know? And we see to it that freaking Miya Atsumu tells his other brother Osamu Miya not to mess up, you know, and because I think because Miya Atsumu, you know, we seen him argue with his twin in last episode, and then we get to see him like last couple episodes ago. Forgive me. We get to see Miya Atsumu provoking his brother again, and he ends up hitting a freaking home run. I literally had to watch that scene 2 times or 3 times and laugh because I go, wow, dude, that's one way how to annoy your freaking like comrade very badly on that kind of thing. And that aside, we have to it that that they managed to like score a point back once again, you know, or like I don't know who scored the point, but one thing for sure is like it was just like, I guess it was like as Kenma from Nekoma says, like your mental fortitude is really important, you know, cause like if you don't keep yourself composed or careful of what you do, that could change the flow of the game. And you know, yeah, Inarizaki got blocked out, you know, and Karasuno takes a point. But we get to see our number 1 from Inarizaki about to sub out their number 4, and right now even Miya and the others seem to be startled by this switch right now because he's coming in right now, you know? And etc. Preview next episode is called Leader. So, looks like to me we're about to see Inarazaki's number 1, which is also known to be the captain, I believe. If I remember correctly. That aside, like I said, this guy has been critiquing his pinch server guy, etc. And now we're about to see him in action in the next episode. So yeah. Throughout this episode, you know, I am pretty satisfied that Inarizaki is up ahead of the game, you know, but at the same time though, I get to see that how much mental fortitude or mentality about how much of a mental battle you have is really important. I mean, if you can't keep yourself in check or composed, you're gonna mess up that performance. I'm pretty sure any of us knows that. We've seen it in sports. We did it ourselves. I mean, I know for sure mental fortitude freaking like did a number on me when I did some sports competitively in high school, but yeah. One thing for sure is like it shows a lot of how much like you gotta keep yourself composed. Otherwise, you mess up. And that shows a lot of what happened to Inarizaki, even though they are considered to be the most favored school to win the Nationals. They could still, be a victim to their own mentality, etc. If not anyone else, But yeah. Anyways, even Nekoma is cheering on for Krasno because, they want to face him. That's the fact. They need to face him because that's the next match that we're all waiting for. However, like I said, Inarizaki is not a school to be undermined, and we get to see that, we see Rintaro as one of the highlight hitters. Although we get to see Aran Ogio in action, he started to make his mess ups because of how much they are annoying him. Like I said, mental fortitude throughout this episode was really nice, and their leader or captain, their number one, is about to come in and possibly change the tide. We're about to see what he's going to do, He's a guy that critiqued his pinch server player. We have yet to see him what he could do in action now. So, until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot!